the third day of GEARMAS, my true love gave to me. Well, my true love gave me a buff. What's up, guys? My name's Thor. Here on this channel, we talk about all things backpacking, gear, tips, tricks, trip videos, everything. If you find value in that type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel for more videos like this released every single Friday. And also, you're watching a series that I've started called the 12 Days of GEARMAS, where I review one piece of gear every single day for 12 days leading up to Christmas. So be sure to check out that playlist so you can see all 12 pieces of gear and maybe find some gift ideas or some personal gift ideas. So let's get to today's item. So my item today is something that, again, I'm trying to do this series so it's not a lot of predictable items. I'm trying not to show a tent or a quilt or a sleeping bag or whatever, but I may do it. So I'm trying to show some small items that really make a difference in your overall level of enjoyment of your trip and how comfortable you are, because those are important things. So the item today is a buff. And if you're not familiar with a buff, which most of us, I think because of COVID, we're all pretty familiar with it now. But if you're not, it's just a tube of fabric that right now what we're all familiar with seeing is this. But it comes with a lot of other uses, especially in backpacking. Not only can you use it as a face covering if it's cold, it's a scarf. You can pull it up over your head. Okay, this looks a little silly, but you can pull it up over your head to keep sun off of your head or off of your neck. You can use it to wipe off condensation from your tent. You can use it as a rag. It really has a lot of uses, and that's why I included it in this 12 Days of GEARMAS, because it's a simple piece of gear with many uses. If you use a single wall tent, you're very familiar with condensation. Condensation is the water that builds up on the inside of your tent, be it from the humidity in the air, be it from your breath. When you exhale while you're sleeping, it starts to condensate and collect on the inside of your tent. And you don't really want to put up your tent soaking wet, not soaking wet, but you don't want to put up your tent wet, so you can use this, wipe it off. You can throw it on your pack and it dries out as you're walking. Now, there's not really like specs and a lot of details for this. It's a thing of fabric. It weighs a few ounces. It's a synthetic fabric, so it's going to dry out. It's going to wick moisture. But I think the main point that I want you to take home is a buff is versatile. Like I said, it can block sun, it can keep you warm, it can block your face from wind, be used as a tool in order to soak up condensation. You can clean out your cooking pot with it if you needed to. Like, there's just so many uses for it. And so that's why I included it on this 12 Days of GEARMAS series. I would like to know what you guys use a buff for, or if you don't use a buff and you use a balaclava, or what do you use instead of the buff? Or if you use a buff, what secrets are you keeping back? Share it with us in the comments below so we can all understand a little bit more about the usefulness of a buff. All right, guys, so that's today's video. A very short and sweet, to the point video about a very versatile piece of gear. If you found value, smash the like button, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos, and continue following the 12 Days of GEARMAS. And be sure to check out all my other videos on my channel. And backpackers, thanks for stopping by.